Right guys, so back at the Oaks today and I'm actually on Oak Lake and I've drawn peg 1, as you can see. Lovely peg. Normally does plenty of bites as well, so I'm all ready to go. See how we get on. So we'll have a quick look at peg. You see, nice island there, just 40.5 metres. Come round, got a bit of open water. Lovely peg it is. So I've just cooked my bait in, and because it's fishing half decent is this lake, to be honest, so I like to fish ground bait and maggots, as you probably know. So I've fed 2 lines long at 13 metres with the same bit of ground bait and maggots. Just cook them in. That bubbler, well, I have fished this peg before a couple of times, but the bubbler seems to have moved, so it's now a bit closer than what it used to be. It used to be more out in the middle, so it does actually make your float move a bit, so I've had to come a bit further away from where I'd normally put it. But yeah, so I've put 2 lines at 13 metres and then 1 short, same ground bait and maggots, and I'll look to catch a few fish there later on, hopefully. And then I've got 1 down the edge of that left hand side and then to the island as well. So there I'm just going to feed maggots. So I haven't cooked any bait in there. I'm just going to start by just flicking maggots in, see what happens. Probably catch them shallow to island, I'd have thought. And then just down that edge, I'll just pick them off. You can sometimes get better stamp fish down there. But for now, I don't think it'll be instant. I think it was a little bit cold last night. Not too bad though, not frosty, but we'll just work it. Oh, there we go, got a leaf. So yeah, bring that in, take that off. But I'm just going to keep flicking maggots on and a few lines. So it's been a bit of a slow start, as I thought. I've caught a few fish on them long lines, but not a right lot, to be honest. I've been flicking my maggots over to this island and down that edge. And started off on bottom. Just started catching odd fish. You see there, I've got one on now. Just pinging them maggots towards the island. I'm catching half decent stamp, roach, hide. So I'll just bring this one back. Take time. Another nice fish, sweet looks of it. Got a double break, it's just a bit difficult shipping fully back here. But it's not to worry. There we go. Another nice hide. Yeah, I'm just, like I say, just fishing on bottom out there for now, and once I start missing bites, or if I start missing bites, if they want to stay on bottom, I'll stay catching them on bottom. But I do have a feeling that tight to the island, they will come shallow, so I'll just flick a rig round at them and catch some more. Nice and simple day. I won't neglect my other lines, so I will keep feeding them 13 metres. Flicking odd maggot over them, not too much bait. And then that short line as well, and down edge. So you've got a lot going on, but you've got to keep catching and moving. That's what I like to do anyway. I like to keep feeding bait, hopefully drop on, catch a few, and then sometimes it'll slow down or you'll catch small fish, move to another line, and you'll catch some nice fish again. But I don't like to neglect any lines, just got to keep feeding. There we go, I think it's a bit smaller, this one. Another small fish. There's a few fish being caught on the lake that I can see. Guy opposite's had a few. There's a few people down to my left, down at bottom of the lake. With a small fish that. Just keep plodding away though, hopefully catch some better ones. Lovely day though, plenty of bites. Like I say, it started a bit slow, but catching a few now, which is the main. So just lift that rig out and lay it in, like to hold on to it, so it's got a nice slow fall through water. So if there's any fish that have come up in water, I'll catch them. That one there, it just settled in a nice little dink on float. Straight under and into another fish. It's nice when it goes like this. Just take my time, it looks like another hide. So they tend to splash behind a little bit the hide, that's why I like to use a light elastic. So like number 3 just tends to let the fish stay a bit deeper in the water rather than splashing fully all the way in, which can interrupt other fish and put them off a bit in my opinion. So it's nice just to, right nice soft elastic. There we go, another lovely size stamp fish, so I'll carry on. I caught a good run to the island. Just started to slow down a little bit, so rather than pushing it to point of no return, I thought I'll come off of it. Been feeding this short line from the start and just have a drop on there. So I'm still feeding my other lines, but I'm going to see if there's out on this short line. Oh, there we go. Got one straight away. So if there's a few fish there, you usually get a bite or an indication quite fast, so you do know that they're there. So it's not worth wasting too much time on sat there motionless when there's other fish to be caught in swim. But if I can catch them short, I've got a chance at odd skimmer as well, so if I can get amongst a few of them, they can build your weight up. There we go, it's a nice fish, is that one. There we go. They're the sort of skimmers that you can catch, which is a good sign early on. Hopefully we can get a few more of them and put some more of them in there. They build your weight up really well on these lakes, but sometimes they're really difficult to target, especially on here. So it's one of them. You just got to weigh up your options, and whether you're getting bites, it's fine, but it's not worth sitting for when you can get bites on other lines. Obviously I've just had one, so I'll just go out, see if there's out else. Yeah, we'll give it obviously a little bit longer. Just had another indication, so some more fish there, and then before I come off of it I will refeed just a little bit of bait just to keep them interested, rest it, go on my other lines, and then hopefully when I come back there's some more. Oh, there we go, I've got another. It's only a little fish, this one, but it just gives them time to settle and catch some more. So just a little fish, this one, but still more than welcome. There we go. So we're moving along in match quite nicely. I've not filmed it all because I've been quite busy, to be honest. I've had obviously another good spell, which I'm having now, to the island. I had a look down edge and caught some down there, and I've had some more short as well. So a lot going on. There's fish on all my lines, so now it's just a case of making the most of what I can while I can. Got another nice fish on here. There we go, lovely fish there. I had another good run of skimmers short, so I had 3 or 4 skimmers short, which I reckon the 4 skimmers will go £3 or so. So decent weight builders. Just refed that, left it again, went down edge, had a few drops in there, and there were some fish there, but they got a little bit smaller and iffy. So I've just gone back out to island, and obviously you can see I'm catching a few again now. So it all seems to be going quite well so far. I'm happy with it. Got quite a decent weight. I think seeing other people around lake catching, but I'd like to think I'm slightly ahead. So yeah, just keep shipping out, lay my rig in, put some maggots in, and hopefully just keep catching where that I am for now. So a slight indication then. We'll keep feeding it just the way that I am because I'm catching quite well, but like I said, if they come shallow, then I don't mind catching them shallow. But for now, they're still on bottom, so the decent sized fish, and this one that I've got now feels a nice size as well. But wherever they're on bottom, probably got a chance of bigger fish, but I'm not worried if they do come shallow because I've got rigs set and ready to come shallow to catch them. But whenever I keep my feeding the same, hopefully the fish will stay where they are. Just as the match progresses, they might start competing a bit more and come up in the water. But we'll see. We'll go with that when it happens. But for now, this one looks like another nice size hide. Just hanging behind. Just take my time with these size fish. There we go. Look at that. Lovely size. But can't forget to keep feeding them edges and short line. My long lines I've not really caught much else on. So now we're getting a bit later in match and I'm catching well on my free lines. I've just left them. So it's alright at the start having all them lines on go, but you'll find out which lines are stronger as the match progresses. And I just concentrate on them. Whenever I can get bites on multiple lines, that's what I want. But if I'm catching bigger fish, which I am, to island and short, there's no point in shipping 13 metres, even though I could get bites. Wasn't very good this morning, so it's one of them. I like to put it in at the start, but if it's not where I'm catching bulk of my fish, then I'll just let it go towards the end of match. I'll ship back out to the island. As you can see, I'm only fishing 14.5 metres at dolly. Probably need 16 metre section on to get right to the island, but it's not needed at this minute. And if I put a long line on, I can flick a shallow rig to it, so I'm happy at this length. Just a bit easier for me. There you go. When you're catching them this fast, it doesn't really matter too much. The rig literally just settles, little dink on float, and there's another fish on. It's what we like to see. It's what it's all about this time of year, catching a load of silverfish, getting plenty of bites when most carp waters you go to and just sit there. Quality fish. And you'll probably have more than what we think at the end of it because fish have been a decent stamp. Been putting quite a lot in net as well, but we'll see. So I'm just back down the edge now and there's a few fish down here. I did catch a few fish shallow in the end to the island. We haven't got long left, so just thought I'd do a little update down this edge. Yeah, they come shallow and I was still catching the same stamp fish. But I just started missing odd bites, so put the shallow rig on, went out. Float was just settling and carried on straight under. There we go, I've got one down the edge. I just kept them maggots going in. Not loads, but some quite regular just to keep them interested. And as you can see, I get decent stamped roach down here. Lovely size fish. You can put a weight together with them, and obviously I'm not fishing as far out as my island. But sometimes you can spook a little bit easier when they're fishing quite close down edge. But as long as you keep that bait going in, hopefully they'll stay there. And then, because I'm feeding my island and my short line as well, if all were to happen, I'll just ship back out there. But for now, whenever I'm getting bites, especially because it's getting later on in the day, I'm just going to stay catching down this edge. Keep flicking bits of bait around. A few maggots, keep them competing. And hopefully just, yeah, put some more in net. Like I say, I think I'll be doing all right. I've had a lovely day's fishing, as always up here, but plenty of bites. But it's nice to be able to catch on multiple lines and know that if I come off here and go on another line, I'm going to get bites. It's just about looking at the size of fish and how fast I can catch them, which is what I'm sort of contemplating at the minute. Down this edge, there's definitely fish here, and they're normally decent sized roach, so I'll persevere down here a little bit while everyone's getting bites. There we go, that's another one. So we've got another nice roach on. Like I say, we're getting a few nice bites and indications down there. There we go, another lovely fish. So I'll probably go down there, catch one more, and then just get my head down in these last part of the match and just see what else I can catch. And then obviously I'll catch up with you at the end after that. But for now I'll see if I can catch you one more. So I know you can't see very well, but it's exactly the same as any other line, literally just holding my float, letting it settle, holding onto it, settle through water, and then literally it's float dotted down, right nice. And then any little signs or little dinks, strike. They're not massive bites, they're obviously, some of them fly under, but even the slightest little indication, just lift and drop, relay your rigging. Most of the time fish are on, so there we go. This will be it. Last one. Bring it round. Just guide it round a little bit and then ship it back. Another lovely roach to end it on, and then like I said, I'll catch up with you at end and see how we get on. For now, I'm going to concentrate. So I'm back home now and I've had a lovely day's fishing, to be honest with you, and it's one of them where everything's just sort of worked out how I'd like it to. So I've ended up winning the match, which obviously I'm really pleased with. Had a bit of a slow start on that long line, but the short line and the line to island and edge have come good. I ended up with £37, 15 ounces. I think seconds had 34 and third were 33, both for folders. So all complexes fished really well. Been nice to have a decent stamp fish, catch a load, have a load of bites and just really enjoy my day. Hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.